Hey guys, it's me Dax here with another of our tribal Q&A coming to you from the absolutely beautiful and scorching Sedona in Arizona. Question today is coming from Shad Drury. Shad was asking, do I have my succession plan laid out within my businesses? Do I have my legacy framework already laid out? And if so, what is it? And I assume that Shad's talking about, a lot of people who have done a lot of business coaching are often asking questions about legacy, like who's going to be taking over when you're gone, when you sell on, when you leave, or whatever, right? Well, I guess I got a couple of different layers of answer to this question, right? First off is that I'm a 44-year-old man. I'm 45 this year. I'm going to be a coach for life. I'm very, very aware of that. I'm very committed to that. I'm very aware that I'm extremely in alignment with my purpose. So the first thing is I have no plans for succession. I'm not looking for, let's let this motorbike go past. I'm not looking for someone to come along and take over my business. I'm not worried about who I'm going to hand it over to or any of those kind of things. I have mixed feelings about the whole succession thing, and I'll tell you why. Because very often when people are immediately looking for succession, what they're really talking about is their exit strategy. Like, how are you going to get out of this business? And I can think of nothing worse than for a heart-centered, purpose-driven, spiritual entrepreneur than to be trying to figure out ways to get out of their business, okay? I want to be enmeshed in it. I want to be deep in it. I want to be doing stuff with this business till the end of my days, literally up until my deathbed. So I'm not looking for ways to step back or for somebody else to take it over. That's the first thing. The second thing is that my legacy is really going to be delivered via the kinds of clients that I work with and the students that I train, right? So I'm very, very clear that across the course of my lifetime, I'm going to educate and certify thousands upon thousands of life coaches through the mind map system. And you never know, like in years to come, it might be a different name, but it will still be based on the same concepts of neuroscience and actually coaching from a neuroscience perspective rather than from an opinion-based psychology kind of perspective, right? So I'm very, very much aware that that is the direction that I'm taking. I'm very much aware that I'm going to train thousands upon thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people across the course of my lifetime through the mind map certification program. So I'm very aware that my legacy is definitely going to be going out there. When it comes to my coaching of my own clients generally tend to be transformational leaders in themselves, okay? So I work with people. I've deliberately shaped my career so that the people I work with have influence over lots and lots of people in their lives, right? So it's kind of like, it's the ripples in the pond theory. I work with one person who happens to be a head of a government or a head of a country or has a tribal following of millions maybe around the world, and as they change and they transform in themselves, that has an impact upon the lives of the people that are following them, okay? So one of the ways I describe what I do is inspirational coaching for transformational leaders, okay? Or you can also take it the other way, transformational coaching for inspirational leaders. It really doesn't matter because both ways around is absolutely fantastic. And that's really what I'm dedicating my life to, okay? So the rather a long answer to a kind of a shortish question, but first off, I'm not planning my succession in the traditional ways that most people think about it. I'm going to be doing this for life, literally till the day I die. And secondly, my succession, my legacy is being left via the people that I work with and that I train in my systems and so on and so forth. It doesn't have to just be via the company that I operate and the next managing partner or the next kind of CEO of the company that I hand over to, or the person that I one day maybe sell the company to. And again, you're talking to me, we're answering this question like now, like at this moment in my life. Will it change in the future? Possibly. I truly don't believe my purpose will change. I believe I'm going to have so many of the same beliefs, but maybe my route to my purpose, or as Americans like to say, my route to my purpose might be a little bit different. Okay, but the actual purpose itself, I don't believe it's going to change. So I hope that answers your question, Shad, and I hope others listening to this found it interesting too. Speak to you soon. Take care.